See whether it is. Om Sadashiva-Samarambham Shankaracharya-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Saraswati Namastubhyam, Varade Kamarupini, Vidyarambham Karishyami, Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Last time, I understand the morning and evening class, the audio was not working, just the video was there. So, as far as possible, I will try to explain. It was a very important shloka, Brahmarpanam was there last week, and that shouldn't be missed. So, it may be repetition for some, but there may be variations in it, but the content will not change. Okay. So, 4th chapter. 18th shloka. Karmanya karmayah pashyet akarmani cha karmayah sabuddhiman manusyeshu sayukta kritsna karma krite. This particular shloka was explained where a person who seemingly is seen not doing any karma and meditating, he is actually doing a lot of mental activity. But a person who is doing a lot of physical activity and completely submitted to the Lord, that person is actually not doing any activity at all. And Gahana Karmano Gatihi, so we have to understand karma from that perspective of not just the action, what is the sankalpa and what is the attitude in which the karma is done. And then Bhagavan explains 4-5 verses, the details and the benefits of it, mainly for grihasthas, and one verse dedicated to sannyasis. Yasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa varjita jnanagni dagdha karmanam tamahu panditam buddhaha. Jnanagni dagdha karmanam buddhaha panditam tam ahuhu sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpa varjitaha yasya. So that person who starts activity but completely submitted to the Lord. Because jnanagni dagdha karma, with that jnana when he does that karma, he is called pandita by all learned people. Panda. Panda means one who has got brahmajnanam. He is a panda. Okay. Tyaktva karmapala sangam nityadrupto nirashrayah karmanyabhipravrittopi naiva kinchit karoti saha. Sarva karmapalam sangam tyaktva, completely detached from the karmapala, who is nityadruptaha, ever contented with what he has, not expecting anything. Nirashrayah, completely independent, knows that he is only the adhara for himself. He doesn't require any other adhara. Abhipravrittopi karmani, although he does project after project, but he is actually not doing anything. Because there is no sankalpa in it, there is no desire in it, there is no attachment in it. Nirashiryata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham. For sannyasis, nirashihi, mind without restlessness, very composed, equanimous mind. Sarva parigraha tyakva, completely detached from everything, including body. That person uses kevalam karma for the purpose of maintaining this body. He will do that karma. Shariram kevalam karma kurvan. Okay. Apnoti na kilbisham. Na apnoti kilbisham. Kurvan na apnoti, kurvan na apnoti kilbisham. So by doing any karma, he will not acquire any sin or any impurity, so that it will bring next janma for him. Okay. So he will not have any agami karma at all. He will be that careful, because already having achieved, when you get something very polished, gold or something, after 2 days every day you polish and keep it. You don't want it to become dull. So this person is always with this guard, this Brahmatmaikya buddhi which is there, Brahmanishta. He will ensure that he is maintaining it, and no kilbisham, no sin, no impurity, no kalmasha is coming to him because of his own karma. Okay. Back to again Grihasthas. Yadricha labhasantushto dvandvatito vimatsaraha samasiddhavasiddhaucha kritvapina nibadyate. Ichhalabhasantushtaha dvandva atitaha vimatsara atitaha na nibadyate saha na nibadyate. To that person bandhana is not there. Means moksha is sure. He will not get bound. Who? Yadichalabhasantushtaha. Who is not getting happiness because of his ichha or desire getting fulfilled. Dvandvanam atitaha. He is beyond the duality. Advitiya bhavaha. Sukha dukkhadi shitoshna atitaha. Okay, not sahishnutvam here. Atitaha, beyond that. Okay. Vimatsara atitaha. Visheshena matsaryata. Okay. So, especially that matsara bhavana, competing. Dvaitat bhayam bhavati. When there is more than one, there is fear, there is competition. For this person, it is impossible to have a competition or a fear, because sarvam kalvidam brahma aham atma gudakeshaha samasiddha avasiddhaucha kritva api na nibadyate. Even if he achieves something, siddha, nato asiddha, he does not achieve anything, yet he is very composed. Now this itself is an oxymoron statement. When ichha is not there, how is siddha and samasiddha and asiddha is? Okay, but we have to remember one thing. He may not have a desire, but he is in vyavahara. There will be many other people who are telling good or bad about that person. You are successful, you have reached that heights, what you have wasted your life. Look at us, we have got such a lot of money. This is also so samasiddha avasiddha. If he considers these to be real achievements, then he has a problem. So it's beyond that also. People, लोगों की क्या है वो बोलते रहेंगे. He will continue to be obvious. Okay. Na nibadyate, he does not get hooked on to it. Gata sangasya muktasya. Now next, everything fine, but I will make one association of Mukta Purusha. I will be the secretary of Mukta Purusha Association. Not just sannyasis. Among that Mukta Purusha, I will be the secretary. Means what? Sangaha, Sanga Rahitaha, Nissangaha, Sanga Virahitaha, Sanga Vivarjitaha, or Satsangatve Nissangatva. So Nissanga is the most important because that bhavana, the moment we have a Sanga, Sanga comes with Sanga dosha. Then you start becoming, what do you call it? You don't see things the way it is. You start coloring it. Why? It is not now the truth. It is who is telling the truth. It starts because of the Sangha. Correct? So that Sangha Rahitaha. So Gata Sangha is Sangha Rahita. Muktasya. Jnana Avasthita Chetasaha. Jnana Avasthita Chetasaha. Jnana Nishtha Chetasaha. Mind which is completely submerged in this jnana at all times. Jnana Avasthita Chetasaha means Jnana Nishtha. Yajnaya Acharata Karmaha Samagram Praviliyate. Acharataha Karmaha, whatever he does, is a yajna. Samagram Praviliyate gets completely distributed to him. It will not be to him at all. Because what he is doing is a Leela now. Okay. It is Loka Sangrahartham Vayam Kurmaha. We are all doing it for Loka Sangraha. Apitu to achieve this or some specific result. Okay. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu is a Kamya or Nishkama? So far as you are doing it for that purpose, it becomes Kamya Sankalpa. But even I am doing it. I pray to the Lord Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Whether it happens or does not happen, it is beyond me. That is not Kamya, that is Nishkama. That is why that attitude in which you do is the most important than what you do. Okay. You say Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, but mentally you say comma, except this person, that person, that person, that person, because he is my first Shatru. उनको छोड़ के बाकी सब अलग वो मुंह में अंदर बोलेंगे बाहर में that is not acceptable. So why Gata Sangasya? So Samak Yajnaya Charataha. Sangha is not there, everything becomes Yajna. That is why Yajna is a very, very important aspect which Krishna has taken, because we have to also understand Krita Yuge, in Krita Yuga it was mainly Jnana. Okay. In Dwapara Yuga, it was Yajna. In Treta Yuga, it was Pujana. And in Kali Yuga, it is Nama Sankirtana. People feel that that is the most thing for us, Nama Sankirtana. Dhyanam was the start because the mind was so pure that immediately people could get and have that focus. When जब भटकने लगता है focus, yajna comes. In yajna what happens? Karma, upasana, samuchita. So you do some dhyana, मन भटक गया थोड़ा, कर्म भी है. So it brings you, it connects you back to the same concept. Okay. Comes the next yuga, utna bhi man sthir nahi. That means mechanically I do puja, but at least I am associated with body. Okay. Mentally, bodily, mentally, bodily, and the fourth one is Nama Sankirtanam. I don't know this is connected to what. People have told this. Although big rishis have written this, Nama Sankirtanam, yes. But Nama Sankirtanam not at the cost of Nitya Karma. You have to understand few things very clearly. Bhajan is good. भगवान का भजन जब हम करते मन उस पर लीन हो जाता है टू सम एक्सटेंट, बट आफ्टर दैट भगवान साइड में रखे वो ट्यून पे रह जाते हैं, मन ट्यून पे लीन हो जाता है. दैट इज वे आई लाइक दिस भजन ओनली, आई लाइक दैट भजन ओनली. राइट नाउ माई राग द्वेष हैज कम इनटू द पिक्चर. सो doesn't matter so far as the required objective is Bhagavan, it is still okay. But after your Nitya Karmas, okay. The question is, some people say by doing all this karma, anyway I am not connected. Why do the Nitya Karma? Do bhajan. At least I am connected mentally. That's a feeling the person gets. But the Shastra does not agree with this. Which means I have become the slave of my mind. My mind is liking bhajan, so I am going and sticking to that. The only thing is I am baddha to from adharmika things to dharmika things. That's all. But I am baddha manasa. How will this baddha manasa go to mukta manasa? Is only by sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Okay. How will you get sadhana chatushtaya sampatti? Karma yoga. How will you get karma yoga? Not by dhyana, by doing karma. Clear? For example, if you have to, suppose you get one day to be with Bhagavan, you get one day to be with Bhagavan, and because you love Bhagavan, you are there. That one day you have a choice how you want to spend. What will you do? Serve the Lord or praise the Lord? If you serve the Lord, you will get something. If you praise the Lord, not sure you will get something. If I serve the Lord, followed by praising the Lord, there are very high chances I will get it. Makes sense? It is like going to an office, not doing my work, and then doing chaplaincy of the boss. Buttering. Correct? If I do my work, then buttering, it will surely work. If I only do buttering, sometimes it may work, most of the times it will not work. Same way, Nitya Karma is first, followed by Namasmriti. Are we able to get this logic? We are not saying that should not be there. What is first priority? What is the first preference? If someone asks, do you want, what is your first choice? To eat food or wear good clothes? You will say, after eating food, if I am able to get good clothes, that is the best. Correct? But never clothes in place of food. Same way, Nitya Karma first. Shastras are very clear, but many Brihaspatis here have misinterpreted it very well. Especially because Nama Sankirtana is very easy. Saturday, Sunday you can go out of the house, you will get variety of food. Let's be clear. बहुत जगह पे इसका वजह से ही चल रहा है. प्रोग्राम क्या है, क्या रहने वाला है, खाना क्या है, 3 दिन ठीक है, चूल्हा बंद कर दो, चलो जाओ. complete your Nitya Karma. Then even at home or wherever, do Nama Sankirtan. Nothing. During Nitya Karma, if you do Nama Sankirtan, no problem at all. Ladies, while cooking, I am doing my Nitya Karma, I do Nama Sankirtan, what is the problem? Do it. But I will not cook. I will sit and in front of Bhagavad. Bhook laga to Bhagwan is not going to give anything. Only if you cook, you can eat, the family can eat. So Nitya Karma always, the type of Nitya Karma has changed according to yugas. Now Nitya Karma is at least the basic Sandhya Vandana, if not otherwise puja. Whatever you do in front of God, spend some time, quality time. That is important. Okay. So this very clearly, submission is what is mentioned, that attitude. And the highest of the submission, when it comes, that is what the next shloka is talking about. There are very few shlokas in Bhagavad Gita which talk of this absolute knowledge. Because Upanishad is the domain for this absolute knowledge, the way it is given. Bhagavad Gita is preparatory to come to Upanishad. Okay. In Bhagavad Gita, there are very few, 2 or 3 shlokas. One of the shloka is this Brahma Arpanam, Brahma Havihi, Brahma Agno, Brahmana. And hence, it needs to be understood very clearly. Okay. For that, 2 aspects are there. The reference given here is a yajna. So you should know what a yajna is. Second is, what is this Brahman referred here? You have to know. We will go to the Brahman part because we have learned it. Let us try to connect and understand till now what we have seen and what is this Brahman talked about here. That Nirguna Brahma, what it is talked is. First, we start our journey with Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka, Dharma Adharma Viveka, Jivatma Paramatma Viveka. Correct? Then comes the next step. Nitya Vastu, Anitya Vastu. I know clearly Nitya Vastu is what is independent, Anitya is what is dependent. In Dharma and Adharma, I know what is Dharma to be done. So, Nitya Vastu, keeping in mind, hold on to Dharma by the Jivatma. Correct? That is the way to keep away Anitya Vastu and understand what is Paramatma. But when you are going to look at anything, Chetana, Achetana comes together. Nitya and Anitya always comes together. For example, when I say me, it is my Chetanatvam plus body mind complex. So both are coming together. In Vyavahara, both are coming always together. What to hold and what to leave. The ornament darshanam happens along with gold darshanam. It is not that you see the gold at one time, you see the ornament at one time. Samanakale dvaita darshanam, ornament darshanam eva gold darshanam. Which to hold on is your okay. Now, first when we come to this dharma, we look at there is a Bhagavan who is abhinna nimitta upadana. There is a Bhagavan who is abhinna, who is the intelligent cause as well as material cause for this srishti. That means the srishti is made up of both the things, Ishwaratvam, Nirishwaratvam together. Okay, उसे छाट के देखने को आना चाहिए. Right? So what do we do? Bhagatyaga. There is Atma, there is Anatma. There is Atma, there is Anatma. You segregate this. And when you segregate this, you start seeing, okay, let me focus at Atma, drop the Anatma. Drop means what? You cannot go away from it. For example, when I am awake, I would have already gone through a dream and come back. I cannot negate that I had a dream. No, but I don't value it. When you drop it, means don't keep both at the same level of valuation. One is of a lower value, one is of a higher value. Okay, this is called dropping. Figuratively, it is called dropping. So first, when we do Bhagatyaga, Nitya Anitya Bhagatyaga, Dharma Adharma Bhagatyaga, Jivatma Paramatma Bhagatyaga, Satya Anruta Bhagatyaga. Okay, we slowly understand. Once you try doing this at many places, you understand how to dissect everything. Correct? You have learned it. If you give the small child a pineapple, he will not know how to remove the skin and take the fruit. But as an elderly person, after doing once or twice, now you know that you have to separate that skin out, you have to separate the fruit out, then within the fruit also, if you have some thorns, you have to remove it out, otherwise it is, and then you do that Bhagatyaga and keep what you want, throw what you don't. Correct? We are doing this in our Vyavahara, we are doing it every time. Bhagatyaga we are doing. So it is very easy. This is graduation. This knowledge is graduation. Is it enough? No. Because the shloka is post-graduation, post-doctorate shloka it is. So you have to now go to that PhD level, post-graduation level, you have to go. Then this shloka will be understood. So to go to that post-graduation level, one way I know to dissect it, which is Bhagatyaga, Atma part, Anatma throw it, keep the Atma. Sat, Asat, Asat throw it, keep the Sat. Skin throw it, keep the banana. Simple. It is very easy. Now we have to go to another query. What is the query? The query is anything what I start with, I ask a question whether this is a cause or an effect. The questioning starts that way. Cause or effect. Okay. For example, this table is a cause or an effect. This table is an effect. What is the cause? Bhinna nimitta upadana karanam. Both. Wood is the cause, carpenter is the cause. Two causes, one effect. Okay. I drop this carpenter part, I leave it. I go to wood. So now wood darshanam, will it be table darshanam or wood darshanam? When I am seeing it, is this wood I am seeing or is this table I am seeing?
Seeing the wood.
Seeing wood. Right? What is the difference between wood darshanam and table darshanam?
Wood is the core of that particular table.
Table darshanam comes when you are in Vyavahara. If I have to use this, I have to use another table.
So wood darshanam is not in Vyavahara. The Paramarthika Buddha. Vyavahara, wood. What is the difference between wood and the table now?
It has an intelligent cause to shape it. Intelligent cause and problem.
That is fine. I said keep the intelligent cause out.
Wood is the part of the table.
Wood is a part of the table.
Cause.
Yeah, wood is the cause of the table, I understood. But what is the difference between wood and the table? What is the meaning of raw material and final product? Because these are all very subjective. The final product becomes the raw material for something. The raw material ends up becoming the final product for something. What is the difference between the wood here and the table here?
The wood is the core and the table is the essence.
Wood in the form of table.
Wood is a form of table.
Wood in the form of table.
Wood is in the form of
In the
table.
form of table. Like
So, what is table?
It's a manifestation of the wood.
It is manifestation of the wood. And then what is manifestation of wood? If table is manifestation of wood, what is the manifestation of wood now, I am asking? Because now two things we are saying, table and wood. So the question comes, does table exist?
Yes, on dependency of wood.
Does the table exist? Huh? Table exists. I see wood here, na? Show me the table. Are you able to get this? What are you trying to look at? Wood plus Nama Rupaha equal to table. Are you able to get this? So every time what am I saying? Buddha Darshanameva. Nama Rupaha keeps changing. Nama Rupa function. Based on Nama Rupa function, different names are there. If I say, I am seeing Vishal here. Vishal is sitting here. Who is Vishal? Very specific question I am asking today. Who is Vishal?
An individual.
The body which is named.
This boy's father is Vishal. See? Are you able to get that? In presence of Vishal's wife, what will I say? Her husband is Vishal. Right? In presence of Vishal's parents, their son is Vishal. Did Vishal change?
No.
Then what happened?
Relationships,
Based on relationship, he got different name.
different names.
Based on function, he gets a different name. Based on Rupa, he gets a different name. Okay, old Vishal, young Vishal, based on Rupa. Okay. Vikaro Namadheyaha. Only Nama, Rupa, these two when it changes, it becomes Vyavahara object. So the intrinsic wood with this Nama and Rupa is called table. The same wood with different Nama Rupa is called chair. The same wood with different Nama Rupa is called cupboard. The same wood with different Nama Rupa is called this bench. Yes or no? Now we have moved from effect to cause. So wood darshanam. Okay. Where did wood darshanam go to? Now is wood the cause or the effect? Go one step. If wood is the... Now everywhere we are told that this effect called chair, bench, cupboard, table, keep it aside because woodeva darshanam. Wood superimposed with Nama Rupa, chair. Wood superimposed with something else called table. Is it clear? Now come to wood. Is wood the cause or the effect? We have gone one step back. Huh? What is the cause?
Tree.
Are you understanding? Tree cause, this wood is Saka wood, effect. This wood is mango wood, another effect. This wood, tree darshanam. So this is tree darshanam. Now no more wood darshanam. Are you able to see this? Tree is cause or an effect? What is the cause? Bija. Bija is the cause of the effect.
Being is the effect.
What is the cause?
Fruit.
Fruit.
Okay.
Fruit is the cause of the effect.
Fruit is the effect.
What is the cause?
Tree.
You are coming to cyclic now. Now you are into a problem because now you are not moving out of that screen. You are going within the parts of the tree into the tree only. Correct? How will a tree survive, or what is the cause for the tree? Consider the first tree coming. So finally you will come to Panchamahabhutas. In fourth step you have come to Panchamahabhutas. For everything. Take anything in the universe, you have come to Panchamahabhutas. 4 times you have to ask the question, which is the cause, which is the effect. You have already come there to Panchamahabhutas. Now you tell me, are these 5 cause or effect?
Effect only.
So what is the cause? Tasmadva etasmadatmana akasha sambhutaha akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi. Isn't it clear? So easily in 5 minutes you can come. You don't need such a long period to exercise to remove every cause, every effect to come to the cause, and then finally say Brahman or Atma is the cause. If Brahman and Atma is the cause, then everything else in the Srishti is what? Nama Rupa on Brahman. Nama Rupa belongs to whom? Brahman. Belongs to whom? Maya, proper name? Bhagavad. Prakriti. Correct? Purushaha Prakriti. Purushaha only he blesses the Prakriti. Brahmashraya Trigunatmika Maya Asti. Correct? Brahma Ashraya Trigunatmika Sattva-rajas Tamo Gunatmika Maya Asti. This Sattva-rajas Tamo Gunatmika is making Nama Rupa functions. This variation in Prakriti superimposed on Brahman is what now we are calling it as different effect. Remove that superimposition, only Brahman remains. Is it clear? Are we able to get this? Now how did we break? Earlier we broke it into Sat, Asat. Bhagatyaga was how we did it equal value and breaking it into required by me, not required by me. Now how are we going? We are not breaking it this way. We are now going subtler. You are going to the depth. And when you go that way, you see there is only one single cause and everything else is effect. Yes or no? It will finally come to that cause. Now the question comes. Cause gets the name cause by itself or because there is an effect? If there is no effect, you will not call it cause. If there is no cause, you will not call it effect. When the whole prapancha is not there, prapancha means what? Pancha prakriti. Prapancha. Okay. Pratibhyapas tejo vayurakasha is prapancha. Right? This whole prapancha is superimposition on Atma. Now, can you value something which is independent and dependent the same way? Can you value it the same way? Me and my shadow, can you value it the same way? My shadow depends on me. Even if my shadow is not there, I still continue to be there. It can never happen that my shadow is there but you can't see me. That means there is something stopping it, but I am there, that is why my shadow is there. Correct? My mirror image is there because I am there. I can independently exist, my mirror image can never independently exist. So, Adhara, Adheya. Adheya can never exist if Adhara is not there. So, Adhara is the primary, Adheya is also supporting. It is above that. Adhisthana, Adhishtheya. Are you able to get this? So, Brahman, Nirguna Brahman is the Adhara. The rest, everything is simply sitting on it. It is like when you have a crystal, colorless crystal, just kept, you bring a blue color flower near it, the crystal will be. You bring a red color flower near it or some color near it, it will show it is red in color. Like that, Brahman doesn't have anything which superimposes on it, it is as though it is that one. Are you able to get it? This understanding that Brahma Satyameva, Jagan Mithya, this particular thing is called another principle of Vedanta. The earlier one was called Bhagatyaga. Here it is called, anyone remembers? Adhyaropa Apavada. Adhyaropa मतलब superimpose. अपवाद बोलेगा तो superimpose निकाल के उसको भी निकाल दो, अपवाद कर दो उसका. That means effect converted to cause, come to all the cause, drop all the effect, single cause remaining, cause is no more a cause. It is called causeless cause. So that cause ever exists and that remains as Vyavahara as a cause for all the other effects. In Paramarthika it is neither a cause. In Vyavahara you can still say it is a cause. Why? Vyavahara you bring guna to it and then you say Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam Ishvaraha. That becomes a cause. So Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam is the cause of everything. Are you able to get this? This concept, because now the earlier way which we were looking and now it is totally different. That earlier way looking is there in Bhagavad Gita. The second way of looking at it and coming more into the subtle is Upanishad's job. That is why Upanishad in Brahmananda Valli takes you through Annamaya Koshaha, Pranamaya Koshaha, Manomaya Koshaha, Vijnanamaya Koshaha, Anandamaya Koshaha. The whole Upanishad is on that. Koshatmaka, fully. That means covering. As though it is there. Consider it to be Atma. Then you will understand, oh, that is not Atma. That means you consider that effect to be the cause. Negative. Hypothesis, how do you do? Imagine that I am intelligent. Then you will further theorem. Okay, so you can't prove it. That means he is not intelligent. My theory continues that. Like that you keep on negating one by one. Otherwise, how do you do neti, nana, vachana? That's the only way you can do it. And then remove the superimposition, come to the original. Now, which means the corollary of that is what? The corollary of this particular knowledge is what? In everything what I see, what I imagine, Bhagavan or Atma is always there. Either as Sat, Chit or Ananda. That is the corollary of it. That means whenever I am seeing anything, either it is Anatmostu Sadeva, it is there, isness is there, or Chit, knowledge is there, Ananda, or Kriya. Okay. So manifestation of Bhagavan in Vyavahara or this prapancha is like light getting reflected through an object. Light is always there, but you need an object to reflect it. Consciousness is not part, property or a product of the body. Consciousness, but I want to hear, मुझे बयान हो रहा है. Consciousness second one. Consciousness and invention. Third, consciousness cannot be destroyed even when the body gets destroyed. In the absence of the body, the consciousness cannot manifest. Fifth, this living consciousness requires another body to manifest. or it does not depend on the boundaries of the body. That is one very important. Desha Kala Avichinna. One is you have to take time, one you have to take space. Automatically five principles will. Now what you have to do? Is that enough? That means that Mr. Brahman is there. This Mrs. Prakriti is there. And I am a spectator. I am neither Brahman nor Prakriti. समझ में आ रहा है? मैं बैठ के इधर दृश्यम देख रहा हूँ, पिक्चर देख रहा हूँ. पिक्चर में क्या है? I am neither the heroine, nor the hero, nor the screen, but I am sitting outside and I am in popcorn. Okay. Postgraduate का next level है. That Brahman whom I am referring, Aham eva drashta, is the next. And when you see that, Aham, so Brahmarpanam can be changed as Aham Arpanam. Aham Arpanam. Aham Havihi. Aham Agnav. Maya Hutam. Ahameva Tena Gantavyam. Aham Karma Samadhina. Nothing wrong. Are you able to get? See, the moment you say Brahmarpanam, that Brahmarpanam, not me. Correct? That barrier break should happen. Why? If there is one Brahman and if I am there, two are there. You have broken your principle. You can't. It won't fit. Why? Then they will ask, who is the cause for that Brahman and who is your cause? If two are there, one has to become cause and effect, right?
Yes.
Now, if you say only Brahman is there, I am not there, you have a bigger problem. On which mouth are you talking? The question is, do you negate that you are present? That I cannot do. Do you negate Brahman is there? That I cannot do. That means what? The only way where these two are possible is Aham Brahma Asmi. Is it clear? So, with that level, this Brahma is settled. Okay. Now, the second aspect of this is related to Yajna. In Yajna, there are many aspects. This will be useful for people. Keep it here. Let's just keep it here. See, you can see the table.
Sir.
See, in Yajna, you'll have to move, otherwise you can't see. So you have the actual Yajna, you have got three kundas. Okay, there is Dakshina Agni, Garhabhatya, Dakshina, Ahavaniya. Three Agnis will be there in this. Okay, now this person is going to do Agnihotra. Yeah. So here comes the first one where he starts. From there it will go to the second one. He has moved it here. Can you see? Here that pot is there. He is burning this now. Then from there it will go to the third one. Okay. These three Agnis together, for this to happen, they require many things. Okay. First is this particular requirement made the evolution of pipe. The pi concept got evolved because of this. Circular Homakunda, semicircle Homakunda, square Homakunda. Their areas should match. For which there is a sutra. If you build it of this size, it will match. And when you solve that sutra, pi comes automatically. Because pi is already embedded in that sutra. Are you able to get this? After Pythagoras theorem coming only Pythagoras is not there. Before that also triangle was there, people were doing it. He only bought it. Same way pi concept was used. Okay, and there are shlokas which can give pi ka value up to 17 digits and all in our shastras. 17 digits tak pi ka value clearly bataya hai usko. Okay, like that they have evolved a lot of things. Along with this, few things which they use, like you would have seen, see this, chamasa, sruk, suvar, chamasa, darbha. Okay, then they make rotasha, havis, what you put into the, so you have a agni, correct? Then you have something which you are going to put into the fire other than ghee, which is called havis. Okay, and then you also put ghee in it. So there is a person who is the doer of it, he has a sankalpa. He is using this yajna as a vehicle to complete his sankalpa, and the courier is the Agni. Okay, and for which the courier charges are prepaid. Without that, Agni will not go. Not only that, Agni has already taken things for his brothers also. In Samhita it comes, one day Agni decided that I will not be your courier. Why? My brothers have done such a lot for you all, but you didn't give them anything. So that time he said, no, I will hartal, I will not do anything. Then all the devatas, they agreed. They said one thing, this Agni ka round mein there is a darbha put here. I don't know whether you can see it. नीचे देखना पड़ेगा, चारों साइड पे दरबा डालते हैं. See this. That is called paristarana. It's called paristarana. And these are all very technical in yajna. ये परिस्तरण का बाहर जो भी गिरेगा, अभी मैं करने का टाइम स्वाहा बोल के करूँगा तो एक ड्रॉप बाहर गिरेगा. वो फॉर एग्जाम्पल चावल ऐसा उठा के डाल रहे, बाहर एक ड्रॉप गिरा, उठा के डालना नहीं अंदर. You can't put it. That is for the brothers. जो बाहर गिरा है वो उन लोग के लिए. He agreed to do the courier job. That is why first Agnaye Swaha, Agnaye, the Paila Agni ko. Then he will, because with the mantra, the address is already embedded. If you say Indraya Swaha, it will go to Indra only. Why? Agni has got a particular nature and a name is given to him called Jata Vedas. Jatam Jatam Veti iti Jata Veda. Whoever is born, Jatam, Agni knows. So any animal, anything, even an amoeba born in the Srishti, Agni will know. So you don't have to tell the address. The moment in your sankalpa it is to this devata, it has to reach, Agni knows how to go there and give it. And will properly deliver it and come back. But if you make a mistake in your address of the mantra, then Agni cannot do anything. Are you able to get it? That is how what happened when Indra's fight was there. Indra Shatru. If you don't chant it properly, meaning change. Indra Shatru, he said. Indra became powerful. That is why Vritra had to die. That was the courier. Bhagavan said, okay, your sankalpa embedded, okay, tatastu. I don't understand anything. You are the person who will decide for yourself and who will put effort for it. I am only a converter. If your sankalpa is wrong, so be it. Ayam me hasto Bhagavan, ayam me Bhagavattarah. सब कुछ करता धरता अपना हाथ में. Don't go behind Bhagavan. Ayam me hasto Bhagavan, ayam me hasto Bhagavan, ayam me Bhagavattarah. What more? If the Vedas are telling you have to do it, it is in your hand. Bhagavan, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika and all will take its own job what they have to do. Adhyatmika, you do your job properly. That is why Nitya Karma is very important. Think. We have left all that. Okay, so back to Nitya Karma. So all these are used: Chamasa, Ajya, Havis, Agni, Agni Kunda. The way it is laid for various Agni Chayana, they lay different altars. Garuda type of an altar. From this only astras come. Garudastra, Nagastra and all comes only from this. That astra, the word astra means what you know? What is the difference between Shastra and Astra?
Shastra if you throw cannot come back.
Yes, sir.
It comes back.
Astra if you throw it can come back.
Okay, that part is fine. But in Homa, there is something called Astra. In Homa, there is also something called Astra. What happens in that Astra is, you give oblation. Matlab, you do a yajna where there is a mantra. That mantra, when you chant, has a swara, has got intonation. But there are specific mantras in Homa which you, when you chant, you should not tell swara. And do the Homa at certain places. That is how they have said this is how you have to do. And those type of mantras where swaras are omitted, they are called astras.
There will not be any information.
For that Viniyoga, that is the only way you have to do it. Look at it the other way around. If that mantra has got very limited result and you are using it, the moment you don't use the swara, that benefit will not come. It may end up benefiting me. Are you able to get that?
The
Possible.
knowledge will not percolate then.
Exactly. Second, so there are reasons why people have done it. Okay, these are very technical when you go to yajna. Why I am saying is, during Treta Yuga, yajna was there. That is why in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna and Arjuna knew about yajna a lot. That is why yajna from the previous Yuga, which is the standard, has been taken in Bhagavad Gita. 3rd chapter yajna, 4th chapter yajna. Why? Arjuna understands, as a warrior he will understand war, he will understand yajna. Is it clear? So, now we will, with these two knowledge, we have to enter this Brahmarpana. Okay. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva tena gantavyam Brahma karma samadhina. Brahma arpanam Brahma havihi Brahma agnau Brahmana hutam Brahmaiva tena gantavyam Brahma karma samadhina. Brahma karma samadhina is a word for, what does Brahma karma samadhina mean? Last time you were there.
Becoming one with Becoming one with
Who is Brahma karma samadhina? Means what? Becoming one with Brahman means?
Jnani.
Jnani. So Brahma karma samadhina is another name for Jnani doing karma. Brahma samadhina yaha karma karoti sa Brahma karma samadhin shabdaha. The person who is samadhista with Brahman at all times. Samadhi मतलब समझ में आ जाए ना? एक ही भूतवा, एक ही हो गया. Okay, that person when he does karma, then that person becomes Brahma Karma Samadhina. So it is not Brahman का कर्म करते हुए समाधि मिला. ब्रह्मन समाधि में रहते हुए कर्म जो कर रहा है इस ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिम. Is it clear? Clear? Yani. Okay, right. So Brahma Arpanam. Brahma here means that chamas, sruk. The first word Brahma is sruk. Arpanam, when you say Arpanam, what is given, through which it is given? That wooden ladle is Arpanam. That is Brahman. Is it wood or Brahman? Correct? Okay. Brahma Havihi, Havis. That taking which you put other than the ghee. It can be rice, it can be any other thing. Other than fuel and ghee. Fuel is samida, the stick. Ghee is the butter. Other than that, any solid item, whatever you put, kabhi modak dalte, that is called havis. Technically it's called havi. Havya vahana. Agni is called havya vahana.
It can be anything, not only food items.
Anything. It depends on what you are doing. Navagraha Homa, there will be different things. Ganapati Homa, there will be different things. What you put will change. But what is put is called Havis. And Havi, Vahana, one who takes, Agni is called Havya Vahana. The same food, when Agni takes for Pitru, for Devata when he takes, it becomes Havya Vahana. When that Agni is taking for Pitru, that Agni is called Kavya Vahana. Same Agni. Because the recipient is now different. देवता को जब लेके जा रहा है हव्य वाहन, जब पितृ को लेके जा रहा है कव्य वाहन. Okay, so Brahma Havihi, that what I am putting in is also Brahman. Where am I putting it? Agnau Prastam. I start with Agni. So in the Agni I am putting, what is Agni? Agnimi inde purohitam yajnasya devam ritvijam hotaram ratnadatamam agna ayahi vitaye. Two Vedas start with this Agni word. Think. The Veda starts, Rig Veda starts with Agnimi inde purohitam Agni. Samaveda starts with Agna ayahi vitaye. Yajurveda's first line or second line Agni will come. Agni is that. So from Vaidika Shrauta, Agni, and that is why a sannyasi gives up karma means what? He doesn't give up Agni.
He uses.
He, whatever that external Agni is there, see that sannyasa mantras are very clear. There are karma mantras which you have to complete, Shrauta mantras. Now if I am going to take sannyasa, you have to complete certain Shrauta karmas completely. And in the last, what I am using every day, I have been using the spoons. उसको भी अग्नि में डालना है. And वो अग्नि को लेके नियोजयामि ले लिया अंदर में. Now it is no more external, that fire is within me. So I don't have to go external for the fire, it is within me. Atma. Okay, so that is the idea of sannyasa. That is why they are niragni. Why? Agni is always there with them. It is not that they are away from Agni. Agni is within them at all times if they are a sannyasi. Agni Upasana is internally happening at all time, including eating food. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. They chant this and eat food, right? Sannyasis. Why? Agni is always there. They call it Pranagnihotra. Two technical topics are going today. Very, very technical stuff is going on. Karmakanda is that way. But it has a very clear meaning. It gives chitta shuddhi if you understand it. Otherwise, कुछ इधर देखो, हाँ डालो, how are you, स्वाहा स्वाहा, हाँ बेटो मैं आया, स्वाहा स्वाहा, ये स्वाहा स्वाहा का मतलब ही नहीं है. इसके लिए हमको लगता है कि इसको मीनिंग नहीं है, भजन अच्छा है. समझ में आ रहा है? Which means that my shraddha in karma has gone down. Whose problem it is? My problem. I have to correct it. Get the shraddha back. How will the shraddha come? Only when it gives you a value. How will you get a value? Today, how did you get value of Vedanta? By coming to the class, listening, understanding, learning it. Like that, learn karma kanda meaning little at least. Then you get value to it. If you get value, you will do it with much more shraddha. Correct? Who decided that you will get a benefit by bhajan? You decided that. No one told you that. Here you will get a benefit. Who told? The Vedas are told. The Vedas never talk of bhajana. There is no place where in Vedas bhajan is mentioned. Are you able to get it? Kirtanam is there. Pada Sevanam. Navavida Bhakti is there. But that is not Vedas. It is Smriti. To reach out the same logic in different ways to people. Are we able to get this? Okay. So, Brahmana Hutam. Hutam means the person who is doing that. Okay. So, Brahmana Hutam. That Agni is Brahman. That Chamas is Brahman. The Havis is Brahman. The doer is Brahman. Where is it going? Brahmaiva tena gantavyam. It is going to Brahman only. So whichever devata you are giving, it is going to Brahman only. Correct? When Brahma karma samadhina tritiya ekavachana. With that Brahma karma samadhi, doing this any karma in a yajna way, everything, he looks at everything as Brahman. Ekameva Brahma Drishyam. Is it clear now? Okay. Yadyat karoshi yad ashnasi yad juhoshi yadasi tad. Krishna tells, Tat kurushvam adarpanam. Madarpanam. Whatever you eat, whatever you walk, whatever you talk, whatever you do, submit everything to him. That is Brahmarpan. See Brahman in everything, which tells a very big thing. Whenever we crib, this setup is not okay in the house or in the office, it is because we are not seeing Brahman and valuing it. If it is seen as Ishwararpanam, the value automatically never come. Maybe initially it gives you a hype, but after 20 years of doing the same thing, like these साल तो यही देखे, 15 boss आके गए, next one is not going to do anything. I just continue that way. That means what? You have lost value. Question to think at that time, should you continue or not? If the value cannot be bought back, then drop it. You are doing something wrong which is wasting your time. Then we will say, Papi pet ka sawal hai. Right? For that the correction is pet, Papi nahi hai. Pet hai, aap Papi ho. मैं पापी, मेरा पेट का सवाल है बोलो, then you will change that way. पेट पापी बोला तो again you तीसरे को ऊपर टोपी डाल के मैं अच्छा हूं. Right? We always find a scapegoat to put akshata on someone else. In everything what we talk is very, very clear. Our mind is actually going that way which we talk. What is there here is only coming here. Think. It is true. It is very true. Okay. Daivameva pare yajnam दैवमेव परे यज्ञं योगिनः पर्युपासते योगिनः पर्युपासते ब्रह्माज्ञावपरे यज्ञं ब्रह्माज्ञावपरे यज्ञं यज्ञेनैवोपजुह्वति यज्ञेनैवोपजुह्वति. Okay, now what has happened? Krishna thinks just by telling this jnana yajnam to Arjuna, he will not understand it. This daivame brahmarpanam brahmahavi is too high a standard, right? So he now comes down and starts giving explanation of various yajnas, where he has enumerated 10 to 12 yajnas to Arjuna, and what are these yajnas actually doing. So the concept how it goes is, in yajna something is put into the fire. The fire is known to be a converter. The fire converts and gives you a result. That result ideally has to be better than the raw material which you have put. Right? For example, if I take raw vegetable and put it into a fire, before putting it into the fire, I marinate it and put it into the fire. Then after some time I remove it out. The taste will be better or not? That is called barbecue. Right? Another yajna. Yes. So I put raw vegetable, I get cooked vegetable. So the fire has an ability to purify, improve. I put raw within, the fire in my belly has an ability to convert it, which is called digestion and assimilation, segregate it, throw what is not required for the body, take what is required for the body, which is called assimilation, and distribute it throughout the body. Who's doing this job? Fire. Isn't it right? So the fire has an ability to process raw material to finished goods. The finished goods has a better quality than the raw material. Clear? Wherever Agni Sambandha comes, purification happens. Keep that in mind. Agni Samparkaha, Agni Sambandha means purification. Otherwise, it is not required. That is why we do not put the body in the ground or leave it to vultures. Agni Sambandha, to purify for the next janma. After that. Okay. If someone says, I do Agni Sambandha before death so that I will purify myself, they are foolish. Because Agni is only burning the body. Correct? And Agni is like simple. आप कुछ भी चीज जलाओ जल जाएगा. Self immolation is that. It has no meaning because it is not purifying at all. Purification for that person means giving up this body's purification that person feels, which is not true. By doing that, a hatya karma phala is now getting attached. That person doesn't understand. But if the same person, for example, another sannyasi says, now I am going to give up this body. I have completed all my karma. I am giving up this body. Put me into Agni. Agni will do it. Because it is the sankalpa which decides what Agni is going to do, right? Are you able to get that? Agni Sambandha is purification. But how to purify, what to purify, are you looking at this goal or bigger goal? Is what my sankalpa decides. Right? So So, this yajna is taken as a concept. Something is added, a raw material is added to the fire, a finished product comes out which is better. With this concept, there are 12 to 13 sadhanas which are called as yajna here. There are 12 to 13 sadhanas. What are sadhanas? Don't say the girl in my school. She is also sadhana. But other sadhanas are? What is the definition of sadhana?
Using a sadhana to achieve a goal.
What is sadhana?
Instrument.
Instrument, okay. So what is its use? Okay, I have a microscope instrument. I take the microscope and put it in fire. So the microscope becomes big, better. No meaning, right? When I do sadhana is done by whom? When you say sadhana is an instrument, ठीक है. But what is making it an instrument? Sadhak is making that sadhana an instrument. Why it becomes an instrument for what? What is sadhya?
Is the expected outcome.
Our desired outcome. Correct? That means today there is a current situation. Tomorrow I want a different situation. For that I am ready to put effort. And I will consistently put effort. Patiently put effort, continuously put effort, correct? In the direction to achieve the goal. And when I know that I should not stop putting effort, once the goal is achieved. So the goal should be known very clear. That means when I am doing a sadhana, I need to know that after so many days, I need to achieve this. After so many days, I need to achieve this. Or this is the final goal. I have to have that idea. Without that, रोज मैं साधना कर रहा हूँ, क्या साधना कर रहे हो, God knows. It doesn't have meaning. That means you have not understood sadhana also. Without knowing what is sadhana, don't do sadhana. Yoga sadhana करते. There are people who will do yoga sadhana every day for what? सुबह हो गया करना है. There is no meaning to it. If you say that I want to do this sadhana to keep myself fit, to do, that has to be, then every day you will do. If you say that I want to learn so that I understand all the asanas and then it is up to me, then that sadhana gets over once you have learned in the new batch or whatever. So, like when you go to a school, the end goal is clear, the steps are clear, the path is clear, that path is sadhana on which I am ready to put effort. It doesn't happen by itself. Is it clear? So when a sadhana is there, I have the raw materials of it. My effort is there. I know what should be the finished product or the outcome. And for which I am now going to put that effort, and putting that effort is like yajna, putting the raw material in the fire. This effort of mine consistently, which is that fire, will give me an end product. Okay, that's how 12 sadhanas are there. Don't ask for each of these sadhana, where is the fire? No, your effort is the fire. So I put the effort means I put it in the fire. I get the result means I have got the yaga phala. Is it clear? That is how the whole 12 sadhanas are being talked about. The first one is Daivameva pare yajnam yoginah paryupasate brahmagnava pare yajnam yajnenaivopajuhvati. 1 minute. Okay. So, apare yoginaha daivam eva apare yajnam yoginaha paryupasate. The words are daivam eva apare yajnam yoginaha paryupasate. Brahma agnau apare yajnam yajnena eva upajupvati. What is the Anvaya? Apare yoginaha daivam eva yajnam paryupasate. Apare Brahma agnau yajnena yajnam eva upajupvati. Everything will be bouncer, I know. Don't worry. Apare means some. Not S-U-M, S-O-M-E. Few people. Some. Yoginaha upajupvati eva yajnam. Some yogis offer themselves to this yajna. Immediately you will think that there is a fire now. This yogi has already gone into it and offered himself. No. It is jnana yajna. The knowledge of Brahman, the Atma Vidya and Atma Nishtha, for which this person has completed what? Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Guru Upasadana, all these things. And then submitted their life only to this jnana. Isn't it a sadhana? It's called jnana yajna sadhana. So some people offer themselves, means their life, for this yajna called jnana yajna. Is it clear? Some jnanis, very few of them, they offer themselves into this yajna. And what is the benefit? So what have they done? Given up their life itself to this sadhana. And what is the sadhyam? What is the siddham? They have become siddhi. They have become jnana nishtha. Clear? That is so their effort has got converted to a result which is jnana nishtha. Moksha. Are you able to get this? So the yajnam fire is offering their effort consistently. Moksho me bhuyat iti eva tivra ichcha. That is why he says eva word is there here. Okay. Brahma agnau yajnena yajnam eva upajupvati. Eva word is there, means only there they will put effort. The rest they will just not bother about it. They are very focused in it. But not everyone can be there because this is a very tough goal. Then there are some other people. What do? Daivameva pare yajnam. Apare yoginaha daivam eva yajnam paryupasate. So they do sadhanas to other devatas, ishta devata. Okay. They do devata upasana and submit their life for this particular devata aradhana. So jnanam is very tough because it is nirguna. They come down to saguna ishta devata. Few people put, but there also what is the benefit? What is the benefit they will get? Chitta Shuddhi, Dharma Dharma Vivekaha. Correct? They will get Chitta Shuddhi. Okay. So if you cannot achieve the final goal, you at least try to achieve the penultimate. There are some people or many who do not even come to this path. Krishna is not referring to them. Krishna is referring to only those people who have at least entered the Wimbledon, not human beings who are outside the Wimbledon. तो कोई ना कोई तो एटलीस्ट फाइनल तक जाता है, कोई क्वार्टर फाइनल तक तो जाता है, उतना मेहनत करता है. इज इट क्लियर? ना. And why is this Jnana Yajna considered to be the highest? Because Krishna says we cannot say that. He has not told it is the highest, but how do you know this Jnana Yajna is the highest? And that is where in Navavidha Bhakti it will come. Shravanam, Kirtanam. Okay, what are the 9 Bhakti? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. So the 9th one is Atma Nivedanam. First one is Shravanam. Shravanam is to listen about Ishvara. Second one is Kirtanam, to sing about the Lord. Third is Vishnoho Padasevanam, doing the puja. Okay. And fourth is Archanam, Seva Karna. The fifth one is Vandanam, doing Namaskaras. Then Dasyam, becoming a servant of Ishvara. Then Sakyam, becoming a friend of Bhagavad. Okay. Then after that Atma Nivedana. There is no difference between me and Bhagavad now. That is why in Navavidha Bhakti also Atma Nivedana is the highest. In Bhakti Marga also that is the highest. And Shruti also says that Atma Jnana is the highest, which Jnana Yajna is the highest. Is it clear? So, Daivam Eva Pare Yajnam. So, another one very nice shloka is there. Tyaja Dharma Adharmacha. You can write this very small one. Tyaja Dharma Adharmacha. Okay. Ubhe Satyanrite Tyaja. Ubhe Satyanrite Tyaja. First is Tyaja Dharma Adharmacha. Ubhe Satyanrite Tyaja. Third, Ubhe Satyanrite Tyaktva. Ubhe Satyanrite Tyaktva. And the fourth line is, or the fourth part is, Yena Tyajati Tatyaja. Yena Tyajati Tatyaja. In a very, very small way, very beautifully, the whole Vedanta is given. If you think about it, a very simple formula given in Vedanta here. Tyaja Dharma Adharmacha. Okay. Dharma and Adharma, that segregation is there. See, till Chitta Shuddhi is there, you will see all these things. Then in Sannyasa, Dharmam Tyaja, Adharmam Eva Tyaja. There is no point in holding on these two. It is not Vyavahara. It is to understand that Dharma also, Adharma also. That means you should have a vritti of giving up and leave them. It's okay. What is Dharma, Adharma? ठीक है, आगे जाने दो. Be with that only Atma. Then, Ubhe Satya Anrata Tyaja. So first is Dharma and Adharma when you leave. Then Satya and Anrata. What is Satya? Truth. Anrata? Lies. So speaking truth and speaking lies. Tyaja. So far as you say that I am going to do only Dharma, I am only going to speak the truth, that means what you have not told. You have not told that I cannot tolerate Adharma. I cannot tolerate people who are talking lies. We will not do it. You don't have to do it, but you don't have to bother about others also. Okay. So who is now doing it? Me, this Jivatma is dharma, adharma. I understand with my viveka, tyaja, I give up. Okay. Before even tyaja, it should be tyaja, adharma, hold on to dharma for myself. Then, when I am into dharma, I should not have any, what do you say, intolerance for adharma. Adharma will be there. As much as dharma is there, adharma will be there. So, tyaja. Then, satya anrita. I first leave anrita, satyam vada. Once I am in satyam vada, my problem is I cannot accept others with anritam. So, satya anritam ubhe tyaji. Is it clear? Once you have tyaje these two, who is doing that? Who is doing this tyaja? You means what? Me means what? Jivatma. Okay. The last line says, Yena tyajati. By whom it is given up, tat tyaja. Give up that also.
Actually, give up your ahankara.
समझ में आ रहा है? My ahankara is actually doing that. Drop that also. A very simple short formula in Vedanta. How logically you can do. Yena tyajati tat tyaja. Prano yajnena kalpatam, apano yajnena kalpatam, vyano yajnena kalpatam, chakshur yajnena kalpatam, shrotram yajnena kalpatam, vag yajnena kalpatam, atma yajnena kalpatam, yajnaha yajnena kalpatam. Are you able to understand this? Same concept. Yena tyajati tat tyaje. That means ahankaram tyaje.
That's a very difficult thing.
And we don't have to sit here. Who said it is easy? But if you don't work for it, that sadhanas is what they are now trying to tell. Every sadhana, if done in the right way, will give you the benefit. You have to understand what is put in which Agni to get what as the result. That part has to be clear. Without that, oh, ayaram, gayaram, jaisa karte रहेगी, it is going to be very. When you know this is my current status, I want this, for this I put this effort, then you will always keep checking whether I have reached that or not. Right? And that is required in every sadhana. Here we are talking of Vyavaharika sadhana, Shastriya sadhanas. Our Upanishads are filled with upasanas and sadhanas. Very clear purposes are there. Very clear path is there. You have to go that way only, otherwise you will not get it. Okay. So this part, now all these different. So first is, we just saw Jnana Yajna, correct? And other one is Daiva Yajna. For people who can do Jnana Yajna, they have submitted Tena Tyajati Tat Tyaje, they have done it. But people who cannot do it are still in Satya Anritam Tyaje, Dharma Adharmam Tyaje, they are in still Chitta Shuddhi. Are you able to get this? By Daiva Upasana. Clear? We will continue this. Shrotradin Indriyanyamne Sanyamadnishu Jukvati, the 26th one. So, two more sadhanas are told in this shloka, which we will continue in the next class. Hopefully, whatever I have missed or whatever was not heard last time, people who heard then and who heard now can tell whether something is missed or not. Correct? So for that you need, there is one very specific word there. Cognition, collection, recollection. If you remember, I who was there then If I am present here, then only I will be able to say whether that and this is the same. So what is the common factor?
I.
Is there. Who was not then or who was not now can never say that. Okay, chalo. Om Purnamada Purnavidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Hopefully you all can hear it. Just check whether the sound is there in the link. धन्यवादः
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 थैंक यू सर
Yeah.
थैंक यू सर